Today's message: the people who are meant for your life will never be threatened by your growth. Those that fall away, walk away from you, they were attached to your limitations. Welcome back, all my free thinkers, to another episode of Grow Rich, Grow Happy, that place where we follow the breadcrumbs to wealth. And we're going to wrap this weekend up like I usually do with some zebec talk. I'm going to wind you guys up and get you ready for December 2nd when they have their X Spaces with NatPay, and they're going to tell you a little bit more about that, kind of flesh it out. Now, those of you that want to get a head start on that, make sure you watch the video, flash it up here, where I was talking about the biggest partnership ever. This was a major move with them, but I'm going to show you something that fleshes it out even more to tell you just how important this is. And then we're going to talk about a new partnership that they have that really just locks things up and guarantees their success. I mean zebec. Now, with that one, hold on to your seats, guys, because this is going to help you get that bird's eye view of how, not only how early you are, but how far they're going to go. This is your first time here to Grow Rich, Grow Happy. My name is Mr. Foresight. We focus on movement-based projects on this platform, not moment-based. The ones we concentrate on are those that we believe are those generational type moments that you can get from a project by investing in it and staying the course, continuing to do your research, make sure nothing changes. Then we believe that those are the ones that's going to free you and your family. Sounds like a channel for you? By all means, stick around, smash that like button, give me a sub, hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of these videos. And always consider putting your cryptocurrency, no matter how much you have, on a cold storage wallet. Doesn't matter what cold storage wallet you choose. I only promote Tangem here because it's the one that I use and I trust. So I got a 10% discount down below for you guys, and that 10% does go to support the channel, everything we do behind the scenes and up front. Also, swing over to my website, growrichgrowhappy.com. Check out all the things I have over there for you as well. And the first thing we're going to do, we're going to jump over here because I want to check out a video with you guys from Crypto Chrome. And you guys know, it's like I make a video, they make a video, they make a video, I make a video, but they hit something with this one that I felt like when I watched this, I said, this is something that the community can actually digest in 1 minute and 47 seconds and get why this is so important. So let me just make sure I got that. And we're going to check it out real quick, guys. Here you go.
A major U.S. payroll provider connected to FedNow has quietly activated real-time salary streaming using blockchain technology, and it's happening through zebec. Most people don't even realize that payroll is now moving per second across the same network used for instant bank transfers. This isn't conceptual, it's already operating live inside existing systems. Here's the metaphor. Think of your paycheck like a faucet. Traditionally, it turns on only twice a month. With payroll streaming, it becomes a continuous flow, value delivered every second instead of in scheduled batches. Zebec wasn't built to replace payroll systems. It was built to upgrade them using programmable value movement. Built directly on Solana, settlement occurs at high speed. Each streamed payment can automatically route into multiple wallets, allocations like tax, savings, or investments the moment it arrives. That makes value software-driven rather than passively stored. Because value is streamed instead of delayed, it reduces timing risk and even helps protect against wage theft, a growing issue in contractor and gig-based payroll systems. FedNow handles real-time payment capability. ISO 20022 manages the institutional messaging, and through advisory influence from NatPay, a known U.S. payroll distributor with leadership ties to legacy platforms like ADP, zebec is positioning blockchain inside existing infrastructure, not outside of it. Importantly, this isn't about betting on a token. It's about infrastructure engineering. Zebec is already processing millions using USDC because reliability, not speculation, drives payroll operations. This marks a shift from waiting for value to receiving it live. It's architecture, value becoming software. Want more crypto videos? Check out my playlist. Remember this
See that, guys? We're not betting on this channel. We're not betting on projects. We are investing in projects that have solid utility. We know that all of these utility-based cryptos, ISO 20022, those cryptos, they're about to run. And when they run, a lot of people are going to be very surprised, but they shouldn't be, because the government, the way things are shifting now in cryptocurrency, but not only that, just finance in general, you should be able to look at the projects that are involved in that and say, that's easy money. Again, that's not financial advice. I just want you guys to do a little bit of research on any projects that you hold. And if they do not have any solid utilities, you should consider, I hate to tell you to sell, but consider maybe going off in things that do. I'm not going to tell you which tokens you should sell or anything like that. But right now, we can't afford to be wrong. So I diversify so that I'm right at least 1, 2, 3, or maybe even half of the time. Again, not all of the projects you are in are going to see the exact same gains as the others. But I believe ZBCN, Zebec Network, they're going to see larger gains than a lot of the projects that are just starting out. They're showing the receipts, and receipts are showing the success that they're building upon. All we have to do is just know the information that we're looking at, be able to digest it and say, okay, I understand that. This is why I bring you these videos and so many of the videos on some of the same projects, because I want you to really get it and see that they're not slowing down. They're only speeding up. So with that, I want to jump over to this next one right here, because this is Ghostware OS. This is a partnership that they have now. And this is just like another domino to fall to show you where things are going with this particular project. Make sure, guys, you check out those. I have been getting a lot of questions about ZET or Zcash, and I did a video on it, letting you know my feelings on it and just zooming out and showing you the bigger picture of Zcash. I'll flash it up here so you can check it out. It was a few days ago, but when I checked out this particular project right here, because I always like to look at their Zebec's partnerships, I noticed that these guys were similar, but they're different. And I'm going to show you how. But first, let's talk about it. They say, then this is from Ghostware. You can check them out on X as well. We've partnered with Zebec, the original and leading Solana native payment stack, powering thousands of payroll, treasury, and enterprise flows worldwide. Ghostware integrates below the surface, adding private routing, shielded metadata, and encrypted settlement to the most widely adopted payment infrastructure on Solana. This unlocks private stablecoin settlement at scale and positions Ghostware at the center of real-world institutional volume, the private layer of Solana. So here's the biggest difference between this particular thing, because anybody who caught that video will notice I was saying a few things about Zcash and saying that privacy and how much they focus on privacy and people being able to hide their tokens, or not only the tokens, but how much they send, how much they receive in crypto, things like that. You notice I was hard on them, and I was saying, well, the government is not going to go with something like that, being that we're in this transparency focus right now where everything needs to be transparent. But at the same time, if you remember from back, one of the crutches that people felt like Zebec had was that, you know, people stream and pay, businesses getting into that, they wouldn't want their finances and stuff or some of their bottom dollar or people's business on the internet where people could go look it up, maybe on Explorer or something, and see how much John, Sally, or whoever, or how much this particular enterprise has in money and payment flows. Nobody want that out there. Hence is where something like this come in, where with something like Zcash, they are a blockchain. This right here, Ghostware OS, that's infrastructure. That's the biggest difference between the two, where the reason an enterprise is something, this is just how I see it. Why they would adopt something like a zebec over something like Zcash? Because, you know, at the end, everybody, these businesses, and when you're talking about anything with payroll, that's sensitive information. The reason somebody will go with this is because, for one, the Genius Act, I'm show you how these dots connect. The Genius Act has made stable coins major, have made stable coins the thing that all of these major enterprises and banks and stuff are going to deal with, because it's dollar for dollar. Here's the thing, though. You still want the privacy. If one of these enterprises was to go with something like a Zcash or a Zet, they would have to adopt that entire token for it to be usable for them. So they're going to have to get in business with an entire different token that's not stable, because they have to use the Zet because it's tied to that blockchain, whereas Ghostware's infrastructure and zebec, with it using these stable coins to pay you, this particular infrastructure is going to do everything that a Zcash or a Zec can do on their blockchain, but it's going to be able to do it with any stable coin. That's how they're going to bring it to market. So this right here, this was a big one that a lot of people are not going to fully understand, but all you got to do is follow the trail, see how it's being laid out. Next one I wanted to jump over here to and let you guys know. I was looking at this on CoinMarketCap. Look at this, guys. Weekly top gainers. Look where zebec falls. Number 10 right here. They're up 21.73% over the 7-day. And they're all in good company. If you notice, there's 3 major projects that we discuss on this channel. We talk about Quant, they're in the top 20. We talk about zebec, and we talk about Casper. Look at that. Casper up 42.87% at the number 2 spot. Look at that, guys. We focus on movement-based crypto here, guys, not moment. So we're going to go over here and look at that. People still don't get it. They still haven't caught the news yet. The zebec is that one. They're one of them ones. And look at that. They're up 30% now over the 7-day. But actually, I'll do this for you. We're going to throw 100 in. 32,000. 32,000 it'll get you for $100. And of course, 50 is half of that. It's 16,000. Again, it doesn't take a lot to make a lot. But yeah. I can't wait for December 2nd, guys. This Tuesday is coming up Tuesday, because they're going to flesh that out more. I liked what Crypto Chrome, that whole breakdown in 1 minute and 47 seconds had to say, because you can look at that. Make sure you go back and look at that. Look at it 3 or 4 times until you understand the value of that partnership and that integration that they got with NatPay, and zoom out and look at everything that's going on, especially with that Ghostware OS partnership, because it's way more to that, more value to that than anything else. To the next one, let me know down below what you guys think and how many of you guys are stoked for December 2nd. I'm out.